Hello, welcome, greetings. This is what is this? Oh, this is the first day of Summerween, July 5th. So that's pretty cool. If you don't know what Summerween is in the context of this video, it's reading. Okay, so it's like a week-long-ish readathon, where you read like spooky books in the middle of summer. It's hosted by Gabby Reads, and that's pretty fun. So this is the first day. It goes from July 11th or July 5th to the 11th, I think. I hope I got that right. But yeah, I've picked a few books. There are prompts, but I'm kind of loosely following them. I only remember three of the prompts. One of them is to read a book in the dark. Another is to read a book with the sky on the cover. And another one is read a book with 5 or more words in the title. So those are 3 prompts I remember, and I do have books to cover those. So yeah, but the first book what? The first book I started reading this morning is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. Now, I have never read one of his books before. The one book I remember seeing all the time is this book. I think it's the Final Girls Support Group or something. I'm not sure. Never read that either, but I've seen it everywhere, and that's the only place I know Grady Hendrix from. But this was pretty popular. I think like a year ago. I'm not sure when it was released. 2016. So quite a while ago. I thought this was like way newer than that. Anyway, this was really popular a while ago, so I'm hoping I like it. So far, it's kind of funny, to be honest. I like it so far. Like this, for instance, the girl's talking. She says, "We have a dog named Max, but he's dumb. If he barks while he's running, he falls down." I don't know why. That made me laugh. I thought it was so funny. There's something else I thought was really funny too. I can't remember what it was. Oh, but this girl gave the main character a children's Bible for her birthday, for her E.T., like the movie, her E.T. themed birthday party at this roller skating rink. Gave her a children's Bible. Really? Really? Anyway, so yeah, I'm reading that. It's like just over 300 pages. So that book I'm using as a prompt. I'm using the prompt. Oh my god. I'm using this book to cover the prompt of reading a book with a sky in the cover. So you can see there are clouds and an owl and a moon and this sky. There's sky. So I'm reading that. Another book I'm reading for 2. I'm actually using this to cover 2 prompts, probably. And that is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark collected by Alvin Schwartz. Yeah, I keep thinking this is by Guillermo del Toro, but he just made the movie. He didn't write the book. Anyway, pretty short book. This is kind of a modern classic, I feel like. Oh, that's kind of terrifying. Anyway, there's pictures. Anyway, I'm using this for 2 prompts. One for read a book with 5 or more words in the title. Check. It has 7. Yeah. And I'm gonna read this in the dark because it's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So I'm gonna read them in the dark. So 2 prompts. So 3 prompts down, and that's the only prompts I remember. But another book I want to read really, really badly, and I don't think this covers any of the prompts that I watched, because I watched Gabby Reed's like readathon announcement video, and I don't remember the prompts. I have them somewhere. You know what? It's fine. Who needs to follow prompts anyway? Doing it my own way. Sorry, this book. This does not cover any of the prompts. Pen Pal by Dathan. Is that how you say it? Dathan? Dathan Arbach, I think. I don't know. One of my favorite YouTubers read this, Allison Pages. She read it a while ago, and she said it sufficiently freaked her out. I don't think those are the words she used, but you get the picture. She said it freaked her out. She said it was very, very creepy. Oh, I just noticed there's like a footprint on the cover. Well, you can see that way better on camera than you can in person. I'm gonna read this, I don't know when, but soon. And then another book I probably won't get around to. I'm not really aiming to read it, but like if I finish all these books and I still have a couple days left, then why not start it, right? And that is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I've been wanting to read this book for years. I saw it on like a random YouTuber's video. She was reading it. I don't remember her name, but I have wanted to watch it or read it for years now, and I've always had it in my Amazon cart, but I've just never gotten it because there's so many other books I've gotten. Because I really like to thrift, and I always go to the thrift or to the book section in thrift stores, and they always have something. They always have something, and they're usually pretty cheap. So, like, okay, depending on the Goodwill you go to, like, some Goodwills, they don't have like a set price for their books. So it's like, oh, if it's in really good condition, it's like $5, but it's like tiny, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's fair. If it's like a 20 page poetry book, that's unrealistic, but you know what I mean? And it's like $7 just because it's new, you know what I mean? I just don't think it's fair. Like, if it was donated, you got it for free, it doesn't make sense to price it that high. Anyway, sorry. I'm not complaining, only slightly. This was in my Amazon cart for a long time, and I was saying something about thrift stores. We're gonna move on. But I saw this at actually it wasn't a thrift store, it was just a bookstore, a new and used bookstore, and I was gonna get this super cool, fancy looking blue book. I don't know what it was called. I'll try and find a picture of it, but it was like, had this globe on it, and it looked really cool, and like looked like a really cool like adventure book. I don't know, it looked really cool. It reminded me of like Treasure Planet and Arabian Nights for some reason. I don't know, like Aladdin. Who knows? Anyway, found this, had to get it. It was actually between this book, because I put back the other big book, because I was like, I'm not going to read this anytime soon, and it was like $16, and I didn't feel like spending that much money on a book. Actually, it was my sister's money, but I would have paid her back because I had money, I just didn't have it with me. You know what? Never mind. It was between this or I forgot what it's called. The Debate Between Good and Evil, I think, by Frederick Wood, however you say his last name, I don't know, but I really like reading his stuff, so it was between that. Plus, the reason I really wanted to get that book is because it was a Dover thrift edition, and I collect Dover thrift editions. I don't know why, I just think they're really cool, and I like the layout and everything. But the point is, I got this over it because I've been wanting to get this for years. And yeah, the font is pretty big too. But this is like with vampires, I don't know. A review says, a dizzying nightmare of a romance that will leave you aching, angry, and ultimately hopeful. I don't know how those things go together, but they do. So that's fun. The last book I finished before, about to read all these, but the last book I finished is The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, which is just a little romance book, but this is the last book I finished, so now we're diving headfirst into these scary stuff, which hopefully I won't be too freaked out, because I know books have a way of, like, because of the descriptions, like, they can freak you out a bit more than movies sometimes, depending on the, movie. But I finished that, and then I started reading Mislaid by Nell Zink. And this book, I never read the full synopsis when it's like on the back of the book. I never read a full synopsis when it comes to books because I like to be surprised. I hate it when the synopsis tells you stuff that happens like more than halfway into the book. Like, I don't need to know that he sold her apartment when that happens 300 pages in. You know what I mean? Don't tell me that. Just tell me the basis, characters' names, what they do for a living, you know what I mean? Just tell me the basics and give me a little glimpse of the writing style, and that's all I need to know if I want to read it or not, You're going to tell me half of the book. I would have just read half of the book. Now I don't want to read the book because I'm going to be bored halfway through because you already told me what's happening. Sorry. Anyway, I never read a full synopsis, so all I knew about this book going in is that from what I gathered, lesbian and a gay man fall in love and they have kids, and then it SH word hits the fan, if you will. Yeah, I am 64 pages in, so about a fourth of the way through, and it's well written. It's interesting. It's like melancholic, extremely so, but at the same time hopeful. I don't know, it's got a really weird tone to it. I've never read a book with this kind of tone in it before, just saying. Also, the lighting, sorry, it's really bad. I've got window light coming in, and I have like a can light up here, and it's dark over there, so. But yeah, I'm reading this, and I'm hoping to read it still over the next few days, next 6 days, but I'm gonna read the scary stories and stuff like that I need to read. So, My Best Friend's Exorcism, 19 pages in, which is like 5 pages in of the actual story. Yeah, I'm gonna read this. By the way, I had horrible cramps all night last night, and so I woke up feeling horrible. I was like not in a good mood. But I made the best coffee that I've ever had in my life. I drank my coffee black, and then like with a percolator, I think is what it's called, and then I ice it, right? I do that every day, but something about today just tasted so good. Maybe it's because I was craving the caffeine. I don't know what happened to my voice, it just changed. Anyway, best coffee in my life. And then I made food. I made eggs and toast. Best eggs I've ever had in my life. The toast was okay. Anyway, and then I was starting to read this, and it was funny, and I like the way it's written, and it worked, you know what I mean? It just worked. Point is, I'm gonna read this now, and I'm gonna stop talking, because then that takes away valuable time that I could be spent reading. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and hopefully I don't fail this challenge, because every time I'm trying to do a 24-hour readathon, I've failed. Unless you count the time I completed one, but it was like, I set a timer for 24 hours, and then like every time I wasn't reading, I stopped it, so it wasn't like I read straight for an entire day. I did it over like a 4-day period, because I had school, and I was tired, and I gave up quite a lot. So, but I technically still completed it, okay? Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna read. Bye. Hello, greetings. So I did not film at all yesterday. It is now Sunday, and the last time I filmed it was Friday. So that's my bad. Yesterday I started reading, that was not yesterday. This was Friday, right, I just said that. But I've been reading this the past 2 days, or yesterday, and today. It's 11:35 right now on Sunday. I woke up a little while ago. Anyway, on page 96, so about a fourth of the way in. I really like it so far. It's kind of funny. Nothing's really like happening yet, but kind of. They were like lost in the forest at one point, so that was interesting. But yeah, I'm reading it. Sorry I didn't film like it all yesterday. I was hanging out with friends, and then it turned out to be a very stressful day. So yeah, hoping to read as much as I can today. And then yesterday I read like the first 2 pages of Pen Pal. I was gonna read this as I was reading My Best Friend's Exorcism, which I still might do that, but I started reading this, and all I wanted to do was go back and read My Best Friend's Exorcism, so I just stopped kidding myself and read that. And I have not yet read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Hello, greetings. So I'm currently staying with my mother at her RV, in her RV. It's the same day, but it's much later now. It's 9:43. Whew, you cannot see that, can you? 9:43. Anyway, yeah. I haven't gotten much further into this book. Sorry, I'm in a weird position. I'm like up here. The ceiling's like right here. I'm like up above the driving seats. Anyway, I'm now 116 pages in to the book, and so it's really good. But yeah, as far, sorry, horrible angle, but you do what you can. So yeah, I'm doing that. And there's not really much else to say, to be honest. That's it. We had food and also delicious brownies. But yeah, it's still, what day is it? Sunday. So that's fun. Yeah, day's still going. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm gonna try and continue reading, but that's my update. I'll update sometime tomorrow.
Hello, greetings. So it is Wednesday. The last time I updated, I believe, was Sunday. Yeah. So it's been a little bit. I didn't mean to wait this long. I meant to film Monday, but I didn't. Anyway, yesterday, Tuesday, I finished this book, the one I was reading. It was alright. It wasn't, like, scary at all. Like, there was one scene where they were in the forest, and that was creepy, and I thought the book was going to be a bit more like that, but it wasn't. It was just, like, they were in high school. They were in school for a third of it, and the other third, they were in their room. I don't know, and just, it wasn't like I was expecting it to be at all, so it was alright. I don't really recommend, just because you're not really missing much. Last night, I started reading Pen Pal by Dathan Arbach. I think that's how you say it. Here's the thing. So this is Wednesday. Tomorrow, I believe, is the last day of the readathon. We're going to try and finish this book today. And then tomorrow, I guess, we'll read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, because that's pretty short. So that's my mission today, is to finish reading this, which I'm excited because this seems like it's going to be a lot creepier, which is what I was hoping for, because creepy, it keeps you engaged, you know what I mean? Unless you're a scaredy cat completely and, like, you just can't watch scary movies, which I get, I understand that. And movies, I feel like, are different than books, because I feel like, for me, books, like, suck me in if they're, like, you know, written about something that sucks me in. And, like, a movie can do that, obviously, as well, but it just has to be done the right way. Anyway, read this. Yeah, I just woke up not too long ago, so. But I remembered, it dawned on me as like, oh, it's the 10th. One more day, so, yeah. Anyway, my number one goal, to finish this book. So I'm gonna do that. Goodbye. Ugh. Greetings. Sorry, the lighting is still pretty bad. You know what? Let me get my chair a bit higher, if at all possible, so y'all can see me a bit better. There you go. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so it is now. Shoot, my clock is covered. What time is it? It is now 1:31 in the afternoon. I have read, I don't know if you can see that, I read 56 pages. I'm about halfway through chapter 2. The first chapter was a little creepy. It was interesting, definitely intrigued me. I think I'll definitely be able to finish this today just because I'm flying through it so fast, but fast to me. It seems like it's going by fast. I'm enjoying it. It's very well written, which I'm very happy about. So, I like it. That's all I have to say. I like it. It's good. It's great. I remember watching Allison Page's video when she read this, and she was sitting on the couch, and she was reading it, and then she checked back in with her camera, and she she said, like, I just read the chapter called Boxes, and apparently it freaked her out. I don't know. So I'm excited to read Boxes. It's like, that's the 3rd chapter, so I'm almost there, but so far pretty freaky. Wait. Yeah, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Bye. Hey, so it is now like a week or two later. I ended up finishing the book the next day, I believe. Yeah, I ended up finishing it either that day or the next day. it upset me a little bit. It didn't answer all my questions. But this is the end of Summerween. I'm so sorry. I did not bring those books with me. The 2 books I read, which was My Best Friend's Exorcism and Pen Pal. Only read 2 books, but that's still a really good 2 out of 3, or 2 out of 3 plus maybe the 4th one. Anyway, I read 2, so that's pretty good. But yeah, this is the end of Summerween. I know it wasn't very Halloween-y. It's my first time doing it, so hopefully it'll get better over the years. But I'm sorry this is posted so late. Like I said, I'm gonna get better. And I don't have much by way of editing either, so it's a little difficult to make a really full-on really good video. But I hope you all enjoyed what you watched. It's just me reading books, as this channel usually is, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm gonna expand, so just you wait. Sorry, there are things stuck in my eye. I just woke up. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next week, or the week after that. I don't know, my posting's still off. One day I'll get consistent. But you better believe it's gonna be Saturday noon. It always is, but I just don't know which Saturday. That's it. I have like 3 videos to edit while I'm here, because I'm visiting my dad. I had to get on a plane, so I have like a few weeks to edit while I'm here. So I'm gonna do that. I have like videos, a couple of different ones to do as well, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and please don't be mad that it wasn't more Halloween-y. I'm sorry. I don't think I promised that it was gonna be super Halloween-y. It's not like I'm doing a ton of tasks. You wait for fall time to come around, you better believe it's gonna be Halloween-y. I freaking love the fall time. I'm so excited. But for now, serious summer. No. I'll never be serious about summer. The beach is nice. Swimming, great. Fun. Swimsuits look great in them. That's about it, you know? It's too hot. It's too hot. Oh god. And it's not the point. I'm gonna go now. And I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you the next Saturday I post. How about that? I'll see you the next Saturday I post. It's always a Saturday. Just don't know which one. Bye.